Sure. Here's a rewritten and rephrased version of the news article with a clearer structure, a more formal tone, and an emphasis on key events and concerns. Let me know if you'd like it tailored for a specific medium, like a blog, op-ed, or TV segment. Wave of high-level resignations at the IRS signals deepening crisis within the Trump administration. Phone 800-990-5365. Call now. In an administration already marked by instability, the abrupt and sweeping departure of senior officials can often indicate that something far more serious is unfolding behind the scenes. While the daily noise of political chaos can make it difficult to discern when a situation truly merits alarm, a reliable red flag arises when multiple top-ranking government officials resign or are dismissed simultaneously, and without warning. That's exactly what's happening now at the Internal Revenue Service, IRS. Late last night, just as the news cycle was winding down, reports surfaced that the acting commissioner of the IRS had resigned after serving for less than 6 weeks. Her departure follows that of her immediate predecessor, who also stepped down suddenly amidst controversy. The reason? A Trump administration initiative that would give Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, access to confidential tax records, a move that many inside the agency viewed as a serious breach of both law and ethics. But the acting commissioner wasn't alone in walking out. According to the New York Times, the IRS has seen a string of high-level resignations in recent days, including its chief financial officer, chief of staff, chief risk officer, chief privacy officer, and its top legal counsel. All of these exits appear linked to the administration's push to share taxpayer data with immigration authorities, a plan that has triggered an internal revolt. The scale of this exodus, and the gravity of the concerns driving it, suggests that what's happening at the IRS is more than just bureaucratic churn. It's a 5-alarm warning that the integrity of the agency is being deliberately undermined. Adding to the concern is the Trump administration's broader pattern of dismantling key federal agencies. The IRS is now facing staffing cuts of up to 25%, echoing similar reductions at the Social Security Administration. These moves are not just administrative, they have life-altering implications. As seen with Social Security, such cuts can prevent elderly and disabled Americans from receiving essential benefits like rent, food, and medication. If tax enforcement and revenue collection are crippled, what happens to federal funding for everything from infrastructure to defense? Compounding the damage is the Justice Department's recent indication that it may shutter its tax enforcement division, the team responsible for prosecuting federal tax crimes. Taken together, this appears to be a coordinated effort to paralyze tax enforcement just as public trust in government institutions is already fragile. Former national taxpayer advocate and current executive director of the Center for Taxpayer Rights, Nina Olson, joined the conversation to shed light on just how serious these developments are. She emphasized that taxpayer information is protected by law, specifically Section 6103 of the Internal Revenue Code, and that sharing it without congressional authorization is not just unethical, it's criminal. The confidentiality of tax returns is sacrosanct within the IRS, Olson said. That's drilled into every employee from day one. She explained that even President Nixon's administration backed off from attempts to politicize the IRS, unlike the current situation where officials are apparently being forced out for refusing to cooperate with an illegal plan. Olson further clarified that violating taxpayer confidentiality is a federal crime, and one with serious legal consequences. Anyone involved in unlawfully disclosing tax information should know that Donald Trump will not be president forever, she warned. And the statute of limitations for criminal charges is typically 5 years. In the end, the destruction of a functional IRS would have catastrophic implications. The agency is not just a tax collector, it underpins the very ability of the federal government to operate. If it is dismantled or rendered toothless, the question isn't just about missing tax revenue, it's about whether we can continue functioning as a modern nation at all. As tax day approaches, Americans are left wondering, what happens to the country if the IRS breaks down? And why would any administration take such a risk? Let me know if you'd like a shorter summary, a version with bullet points, or quotes highlighted for easier reading.